So what did we learn from tonight's episode of Tea Time with Matt? Well, actually, I don't think we really learned anything. You see, the idea behind this show was to poke fun at politics and to make the whole election night thing feel a bit more bearable. And, yeah, I think we've all had fun tonight, haven't we? You guys had fun, right? Yeah? Yeah? Please agree with me. But the thing is, in a minute, I'm going to turn this webcam off. The fun we've all been having and the jokes we've all been sharing are all going to fade away. And once I've packed away my studio kit and gone to bed, all that's going to be left is the uncertainty of what we'll be waking up to tomorrow. Every time we do this, we all get so frustrated and wound up by the electioneering that goes on for weeks leading up to election day. All the political parties parade themselves around the place like a flock of peacocks, charming us with their speeches and their promises, desperately trying to make us put a big cross next to their name on our ballot papers. And maybe it's my imagination, but this time around it just seems to have got even worse. And at the end of it all, whoever wins doesn't actually matter. We still end up with a bunch of squabbling children sitting in Westminster arguing about things that they know absolutely nothing about, making decisions that the rest of us have to live with. And meanwhile, we all sit at home on the internet sharing lies and half-truths on Facebook, arguing with people who have differing opinions with us until we're blue in the face. And we do all that for no other reason than it's easier to sit and argue than to actually do something about our problems. And then there's me. I'm the worst one of all. I've just spent 2 hours pretending to be impartial, taking the mickey out of our politics, out of our politicians, out of the whole damn system. But I still went out today and put a cross on my ballot paper, like it somehow made a difference. Tomorrow morning the world's still going to be turning, the ice caps will still be melting, people will still be suffering and dying, and no one will actually be capable of doing anything about it. It won't actually matter who I help to put in power by putting a piece of paper in a ballot box, because things will still be the same. The world will still be full of evils, and I'll still just be a man in his bedroom talking to strangers on the internet, like it will somehow make a difference to the world. I guess what I'm trying to say is, democracy is all just one big illusion. It's a lie that we tell ourselves as a society to make sense of a world that we have very little control over. We put people in charge to make decisions we don't want to make. And then we complain when they decide to do the opposite of what we want. Tomorrow morning we'll all still go about our lives as if nothing's actually changed. And that's because nothing has changed. The only thing different about tomorrow will be the name and the face that we'll be pointing at and saying it's all his or her fault when something inevitably goes wrong. If we did learn something from this show, I think it was this. It doesn't really matter what your politics are. It doesn't matter who you voted for today or whether you voted at all. What really matters is what you'll do tomorrow morning. If you get up tomorrow morning and try to be good and kind in everything you do, and that's what will make the world a better place. Not the colour or the name that you want to put in charge for everyone to blame their problems on. If you want the world to be a better place, go out there and do something to make it better. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.
I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful